In honor of Women's History Month, we're spotlighting a leader who continues to shape the future of real estate in our community. She's a successful owner of Sold South Realty, a powerhouse broker that won Residential Broker of the Year in 2020, and she was recently appointed as Secretary of the BAR Board of Directors. Allow me to introduce Shannon Wilks to the show. Shannon, thanks for being with us today. We got quite a few questions for you.
All right. Yes, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So first off, just like with everybody coming in here, is what got you into real estate? What made you think about jumping into this field?
So originally a friend of mine had proposed to me getting into real estate. I kind of looked into it. The market was still really down and I didn't feel like it was the right time. And after having my second son, I did not want to go back to the job I was currently at. My husband suggested real estate, and I just happened to start meeting all the right people at the right time.
Awesome. Well, at what point during that transition into this did you realize, hey, this is what I want to do as a career? This is what I want my path to be?
So getting into it, it was more just for convenience because of my children, but I would say the moment that I realized this was going to be a career was during a transaction that was really, really challenging. It was a for sale by owner, and I was able to accomplish some things for them that they didn't even realize were possibilities. And that changed the trajectory of the future for them, and they were so appreciative. And I really just absorbed all of that, and it made me realize how much I love helping people.
Those moments are really what makes this career rewarding and just takes you to the next level with it and makes you want to just pour more in. So I completely relate and get that.
Oh, yeah.
So did you always see yourself owning a brokerage, or did that evolve over time? Like, how did that come? Because that's a big step from going into real estate, deciding it's a career, then, hey, let's open a brokerage.
No, actually, I never saw myself owning a brokerage, and I never saw myself having a team either. And it kind of fell into my lap for me to be a broker. I was approached by another company, and when we realized it wasn't going to be the best fit, my business partner kind of pushed me to jump out into the water and us just do it ourselves. So no, it was not a vision for me at all. I'm not a risk taker.
That's definitely a scary step for sure. I mean, it's so much involved, so much, thought, planning, and just responsibility on your shoulders. I mean, that's a huch step to take. So it's really awesome that you did it.
Yeah.
What do you think's prepared you most for becoming an owner broker, kind of leading into those moments?
The first year in real estate was so challenging for me. I had so many situations that presented themselves that even my mentor, who had been in the industry for over 20 years, she was like, I've never even seen things like this. And it really taught me a lot.
Yeah, those challenges. I mean, they're always different.
Yeah.
They come from every different angle. It's just, you never expect them. And every one of them is a different way to overcome it. It's definitely, every one of those is challenging. So do you feel like you lead differently than your peers? And if so, how?
I think everyone has a unique perspective of the way that they lead. And I wouldn't say that I lead differently. I definitely lead with heart. I care about people genuinely, and not just them, but their families. And so I think plenty of my peers also lead that way, and it's a beautiful thing. I've picked up things that peers of mine do that I have adopted and have made into my own. And so I think we all lead in really genuine fashions and in unique ways.
So you're not hey, sell 5 houses this month or you're gone. It's hey, what are your goals and how can I help you accomplish those?
Absolutely. I definitely am not numbers driven. I'm people driven and relationship driven.
Love that. People respond so much better to that too. What's something about women in leadership that people still underestimate?
I think our capabilities is one of those. I think women are far more capable than they're credited for. But as we progress into society more and more, I believe that is being seen more. And so I love that. And I think it's one of the things that can harm people is to underestimate people's abilities.
I agree. As the father of 3 daughters, it's something I tell them often is there's nothing that anyone else can do that you can accomplish.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter if you're female, male, you especially being a woman, you're going to push forward. You're going to make it happen. No one can hold you back. And I love that.
Yeah.
What key figures that influenced your real estate journey? Or what key figures are there that influenced your real estate journey?
The people?
Yes.
So one of the big ones, my mentor started with Debbie Clark, and she is amazing.
She is.
And then that progressed, and I credit a lot to Jenny Willis. I've always admired her. She is so knowledgeable in the industry, and she is very direct, which I love and appreciate about her.
Very direct.
Because she's not going to add the fluff to it. She's very matter of fact, and I love that. Kimberly Benefield is another one. Gusty Goulis. I have learned so much from these individuals over the course of my professional career in real estate.
Those are all great people in our industry. What advice would you give to a woman who wants to start her own brokerage someday, or at least, be a broker, team leader? What advice would you give them?
I would tell them to work as a broker for a broker. Work under them, learning what day in and day out it looks like. Because depending on the brokerage, that can determine whether or not it's something that fits your style or not, which was something that I had to learn. But I think one of the things that you don't realize is the amount of responsibility that gets put on your shoulders. And brokers a lot of times try to tell you that before you do it, and you don't realize it until you're in it. And so I think if I am talking to future leaders, I'm going to tell them, work under a broker as a broker so you can learn to see if this is something you want to do long term.
Oh, great. How do you balance? This is a big one. How do you balance leadership, business growth, your team, all of these things, and your personal life?
I am very time oriented. I am very detailed down to the minute, and I believe to be able to be successful and not just adequate, you have to be very good with time management.
Okay. I see, on social media, you're very involved in your kids' lives, and you're very active with them and all the sports and events that they do. So, you obviously have a good balance to be able to be there for them, but also be growing your own personal business and the brokerage. It's very, very commendable.
Thank you.
What message would you share with the next generation of women entering this industry?
I would say go for it. Just don't let anyone else tell you what you're capable of doing, because you're far more capable than you are ever going to even think that you are. Some of the biggest stick points for me in real estate was hearing what people had to say about me, especially when we opened Sold South Realty, and that was a huge driving force, which is, okay, well, you don't have to believe in me because I believe in me, and you just kind of put your head down and you do what you know that you can do, and believe me, that will show for itself over time.
That's awesome. Well, any parting words of success or advice or anything you have for women that are active in the industry right now?
I think one of the biggest things is if you're going to form a team or you're going to form a brokerage, the best advice that I can give is that the standard of your team or the standard of your brokerage is going to be shaped by the worst agent that you have. And if that worst agent is not what you want the standard to be, then they shouldn't be with your team or brokerage. And if you pay attention to that, that culture matters and that standard matters.
Great advice. Great words. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Really appreciate it. This is very insightful, very eye-opening, and we just appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me.